Hi, how are you? This is Zita, your guiding luminary. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm a life coach and business coach. I offer oracle card readings to my clients to help them come over stumbling blocks that might be hidden in their spiritual realm, in their subconscious, unconscious, however you want to word it. And many times we don't know why we can't move forward. And I find that oracle cards or angel cards, even tarot cards, help us identify some of these issues and to unblock. So let's see what is blocking you to realizing your life purpose. And as I've always said before, we have more than one life purpose depending where we are in our life cycle. And I guess today we're looking at the next leg of your journey, your next life cycle, your next life purpose. So I've pulled out three piles. I've pre-shuffled for you already to save some time. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And if you prefer picking by objects, this is like intertwined branches, form a nice little ball. Here is a shell that I picked up while I was in Spain. Beautiful. And finally, a rock that I picked up off the beach in Portugal. So take a few seconds to see which pile resonates with you. Perhaps there's more than one. Pay attention to those that do and the order, because chances are you might have 1, 2, or 3 challenges and they may need to be addressed in the order that you're drawn to the pile. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, for those who picked pile number 1, the twirling twigs, the yarn ball looking intertwined, makes me think of sometimes we might be feeling like we're going in circles, not sure where we're going. Life can get kind of complicated, inspirational, but as you can see, it's not a solid mass. So there's holes that be poked in that you can let energy in and out from your soul. There we go. So let's see what pile number 1 has in store for you. Okay, isn't that interesting? Crystals, talking to your angels, options. Put that here so we can see a little better. And so the 4th is, let's move this here, a builder. So what I'm getting for you, pile number 1, is you are very, very empathic. You're a very divine being and a gentle soul. You resonate tremendously with crystals. So you may have been here during the Lemurian times or Atlantis times, so you're drawn to crystals. And as the card says, your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. So either it could be energy that you need heal, like I was saying earlier. That's so interesting how these objects align with the cards. There's areas of you that need some healing, or you need to let some of that light come in to give you the inspiration and motivation. I'm being drawn to the color purple, and this crystal looks like an amethyst. And typically amethyst is associated with your third eye, which is found between your eyes on your forehead. And perhaps there's things for you to explore and channel and meditate on because you're not seeing. You see, like here's this builder. You've come here to do something. You have an innate ability to build, create, and brings you a deep sense of accomplishments. So either you're someone who's really very good with their manual hands, so you could actually be a real builder, a physical builder. You can build homes, estates, gardens, or you could be someone who can build communities, cities, and you are someone who has a deep vision. And I'm drawn to the snake on his band here. So it looks like it's perhaps from the Egyptian times. So you are probably a soul that's lived during the Egyptian times, and you could have been instrumental in building the actual pyramids. And as you can see, this person has a vision, or he's seeing into the future, is looking to the future, and you have this aptitude, but you seem to have lost it. And that's probably why you're being encouraged to look into these crystals in particular amethyst. And then you're encouraged to meditate and to talk to your angels for further guidance. You may be worried about what you need to do next. You may have lost your job, or you're starting to go out into the workforce. You're not sure what you want to do. And so you're being humbled, or asked to be humbled, to go to the universe, go outside, weather permitting, of course, and to ground yourself and ask for deeper guidance. Talk to your angels. And it's important that when you talk or pray or communicate, that you need to go into a silent mode. So many times I encourage my clients to do two things: to pray out loud, and that you can send the energy and the desires to the universe, and then also to meditate, because it's only in calming your mind and keeping still can you hear the messages coming in. So as you can see here, his eyes are closed. So this angel is humbly asking for information. He's looking to get something back, perhaps some guidance to get rid of this energy that's in his body or in your body. And you might be bouncing around, not sure what to do. And you might be exploring different career opportunities. And this is what may be causing some of the anxiety. And if you see this angel, she's letting you know that there's different possibilities, considered career possibilities that are opening up for you. And for some reason, she's got fish. I just noticed this. I've had this deck of cards for about 10 years, and it's the first time I noticed this fish. So perhaps you're being encouraged to go near some water. If you don't live near water, to take a quick drive or a bike ride or a walk to some water, and to find your inner balance, to see what would work for you. It's funny, I'm feeling 4 different energies from the universe. So like there's the air, the water, the earth, and a bit of like the fire. So you've got all the earth angel energies here to guide you. You're looking to restart or do something different, or perhaps move to the next phase, and you're feeling a little stuck. And you might be presented with options, or you're considering different options. It's important for you to weigh them through carefully. If you look at all these 4 cards, there's no swift action activity. Everything's very calming, very serene. The energy I'm feeling is very peaceful. And I'm feeling like you need to go within, pile number 1, to see in a calm state, to look at options and to weigh carefully your decisions and your opportunities. Ask for guidance and listen. And with the clear crystal, what I would encourage you to do is maybe lie down in bed and put the amethyst right on your forehead and close your eyes and listen to some calm music. Sorry about that. To help you receive the energy coming through. So with that, I'll move forward with the next cards, which is they're really interesting, because here you're feeling very, very stuck. And this is why you've been probably drawn to this video. You are feeling stuck in the mud. As you can see, this poor horse, this massive animal, and it's stuck in the mud, but it's not imprisoned. So this game, you can consider this in 2 ways. One, you're being stuck or being placed in a place where you can't move on purpose, because you need to consider clearly your options. And if this was a fast-moving card, which kind of goes with the theme with the other cards, if this was a fast-moving action card, like a child riding a bike or a horse galloping, you'd be encouraged to make a swift decision. There's a moon here that's making me think that this is a very emotional decision for you, and maybe the universe is making you slow down to think carefully, because I'm drawn to the 2-4, which brings to 6, which is usually a family-oriented number. So perhaps your next decision will impact your family. So it's important for you to consider carefully and prudently in a slower, well thought out manner, because right now you're not happy. whatever you're doing now, whatever experience you're living right now, you're very emotional. So you're almost like on a depression mode, feeling sorry for yourself, but you've gone a little more than just being sad. Had the card been this way, right side up, you would have just been feeling maybe a little melancholy. You're disappointed about what something happened. But in this card, it looks like a fairy. And this is, again, very emotional. So there's two moons that are appearing. So this is a very emotional time. And what's happening is just make sure when you go into this mode to think and contemplate, you get out of this feeling sorry for yourself. You are not a victim. Remember, you came here with a signed contract to develop yourself and your soul to move forward. So look at the opportunity. You woke up this morning with an opportunity to do something about your life. Yes, it's hard. It's hard for everybody now, pile number one. But you're encouraged to look deeply within you without going too deeply. So try to listen to the messages coming in and try to turn it around. What I'm going to do is turn this card around so that you have the opportunity to weigh the different options, to ask the universe what you want, and you contemplate it calmly without going into a deep depression. And the next card that we have here is that it's time for you to take better care of yourself, to be at home with who you are. You are a very wise person. So consider carefully if you're looking to buy a house, build a new house or a new foundation, new community, join a community, start a new career, this new leg in your journey, there's opportunities that will open up. Do you see that? There's light in this window that's trying to pop open. And I was just drawn to the 27 when you add them together in numerology is 9, which signifies the end of a cycle. So you've come to a point and it's time for you to review what's transpired without rushing in the next steps. And the opportunities will come. But you need to consider things carefully. And as I mentioned earlier with the 26, whatever this decision you're going to be making can impact your personal home, your family life, and also your personal home and soul and spirit. So let yourself open. There's opportunities trying to peek in, letting you in. The light's trying to come in. Just be receptive to what might be coming your way. And again, wow, this is interesting. It's so interesting how these cards pop up. So, Healer of the Ages. As you know, this is obviously a picture of Yeshua. He's trying to come in to help you and guide you. His followers, his angels, his disciples, his guides, his starseeds that are here on earth, they're trying to help you. And there's lots of positive energy that he's trying to send to you, but you're not being receptive. So when I mentioned earlier, when you're praying, meditate calmly to wait for this to come in, because there's something in your foundation that needs deep healing. As I mentioned earlier, many times we have things going on in our lives today and we can't seem to get unstuck. We can't move forward as hard as we try. We may have one step, but then we put it back into the water or back into the mud, depending on what is going on in your life. And here is the foundation. So perhaps it could be from your childhood. You may have lived trauma in the family. You didn't have a solid foundation of family life. You didn't get the love you wanted from your family. So you're being encouraged to pray to Archangel Michael to help you cut any of this disappointment that you continuously feel and look towards the future to build what you were brought here to do. You are a gifted starseed, a gifted soul with a divine purpose to help with the ascension. But there's your solid foundation is not there. You're being drawn back to the past, and dragging yourself back is not healthy because it's preventing you from moving forward. There's unhealed trauma that needs to be addressed that you may have been avoiding. and is not allowing you to build that foundation in your home. So in healing and forgiving those who hurt you or the situations that came to you as learning experiences, and instead of looking at it or these people or these experiences as negative things that happened to you, if you look at them as an opportunity to learn from these experiences so you can build a better foundation with your family. Because remember, there's no past, present, and future in the universe. Everything happens at the same time. So if you're able to heal yourself today, you will heal the little you from your childhood and make life easier moving forward, because you will have healed some of these childhood traumas. And here I see a cat. So I don't know if you have any pets at home. So there looks like a Siamese cat sitting here in the corner. So a cat or any other animal you have, they can come in and help cleanse the energy in your home to bring more positivity, and so that you can have the clarity to make the wise choices you need to move forward. So let's see. I pull out the deck of self-love to see if there isn't anything else in terms of what could be offered to help guide you better so that you can clear this energy to be able to acknowledge and receive this energy, because you're not seeing this energy because you're too entwined in your sorrow. There we go. So let's see if there's any messages from the divine, or maybe Yeshua himself, your guiding angels. Let's see if there's any message to help you at this moment in time, pile number one. I can feel this tickle, this heartache. I'm feeling like soft pressures around my chest area, your heart chakra. Maybe it's time for you to love yourself a bit more. Forgive those who hurt you. Remember, when you forgive others, it's not for their benefit. It is for your benefit, so that you can release yourself, cut the energy that's plaguing you or following you, either in this life or in previous life. So let's see. There we go. Wow, break free. It is time to break free from your guilt over past actions and judgments of others. Discard what no longer works for you. Isn't that amazing, pile number one? Look at that. A tree and a tree. So the pain you were feeling from your childhood, you're being provided with the sword to give you the healing, so you can cut these branches from the family tree that are keeping you locked in your past. My poor pile number one, if you would like, oh wow, I just saw the butterfly. This is a time for you to break free. 3 + 1 is 4. 4 signifies time for, it could be like turbulent times in your life, but you're being trapped. You trap yourself, actually, because you see she's alone. And she is feeling sorry, just as you can almost see the face here. They're similar. And their eyes are closed, because it's almost like you're wallowing in your own sorrow. So it's time for you to love yourself more, to embrace the change that's trying to come into your life. As you use the sword, by praying to Archangel Michael, he will help you cut what's holding you back from your childhood, so that you can pop free and unearth yourself and be that change, be that best version of yourself. You're not alone in this, pile number one. You're not alone. You have angels here that want to help you. You have Yeshua, who's come specifically into your reading to give you the guidance you so desperately need. Don't ever feel you're alone. Use the guidance of these crystals, of the angels, to help give you the purpose you're looking for, the clarity you're looking for, the vision, the option to build a better future for yourself or your community or your family. Being stuck in the mud temporarily it's your childhood trauma that's keeping you stuck. Whatever happened, whoever did anything to you, please forgive them to move forward so that you can break free and move on to your next phase. This is such a exhilarating and clearing reading pile number one. I really hope this resonates with you. I would really appreciate if you liked and subscribed to my channel to help me get more visibility and help it grow so I can continue offering these kinds of readings for you. And if you'd like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you back soon. Have a great day. Okay, for those who pick pile number two, or those who pick the seashell from Spain, let's see if there's any music. Nope, sadly there's no mariachi music, there's no flamenco music to be heard. So here we go, let's see. This reading is for you. So what is your main life purpose, or the next phase of your life? What were you meant to be doing? So based on these cards, okay, this is really interesting. Let me just organize these for you. It looks like you might be going through a career change, which is not surprising because that is the whole purpose of this actual video. So you're being encouraged to embark on a new career that will bring you lots of joy, abundance, and the desire that you deserve. So you're being guided by the heavens to do something different in your life. And here is your guardian angel sitting at the top of the lighthouse, who's shining brightly. And to trust the process, because chances are you are someone who works really well with children. Or this is something you've always wanted to do as a child. Perhaps you want to be a teacher. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So you could be an actual teacher. Right now you might be a student learning to become maybe a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a coach like me. You're someone who enjoys the company of children. Perhaps you have a childlike personality, and perhaps a desire to help is because you were traumatized as a child. Many of us have childhood traumas, and once we heal, we want to give back to the community. As you see, there's a lot of peace here. Although there's a lion, you can see the children sitting on the lion, and there's a lamb here, and that looks like Yeshua playing a flute with the children. So you're definitely someone who has unbelievable energy when it comes to children, and you probably attract children naturally. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. What is the goal here is to show you that you are gifted to work with children and to look deeply within and trust your intuition. Trust your feelings and your dreams to guide you in your career path. So although very few of us do have an actual crystal ball, I guess I'll have to buy one. But what this person is doing is trying to look into the future and see the changes. And I got drawn to her pink wing, and the pink often, I just saw a rose quartz, which symbolizes, or it's a crystal that's associated with the heart chakra to give you love and affection and abundance and self-love. And you are someone who has a gift to speak out. So your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So as a teacher, this flows in nicely because you are able to stand in front of people because you have so much wisdom and knowledge and desire and passion that when you get up on the podium, people want to listen to you, pile number two. They really want to hear what you have to say. And if you haven't used this opportunity of this gift that you've been gifted by the universe, you are being guided to use this. You've reached a point in your life where you have enough life experiences, good and bad, and because you've been able to overcome some of these obstacles that prevent people from moving forward, perhaps you can be a great guide to help others be it children or adults, because many of us have childhood trauma. So maybe as a psychologist, you can work with children if that is your desire, or help people or help adults work on their childhood traumas. What a beautiful opportunity, pile number 2. What a gift that the universe has given you and is encouraging you now to use. So let's see what other strategies the universe is asking you to do. Making a choice, encouragement, and listening. So what I'm hearing is, had the card been right up, 3-0 reduces to 3, this would have been a great opportunity or a time in your life where you're being presented with abundance and change and wishes coming true, and you're coming to a fork in the road, and regardless which choice you made, it would be full of abundance and joy and happiness. And it seems you've come to a fork in your life where you're feeling very stuck, because the options presented to you at this time are not exactly what your heart desires, or it's because you haven't really listened to yourself deeply. What is it that you need to do? Perhaps you need to go back to school if you want to become this teacher or this psychologist or therapist, or nurse or doctor, whatever it is you're looking to do. Meanwhile, you have to go and make a decision, perhaps get a job to support you while you're at school. And the jobs being offered are really not what you want to do. Maybe they're just retail jobs or low paying jobs and administrative assistant kind of work. And that doesn't pay very much, but you're losing scope of what you need to be doing. Perhaps there's no one who's there to encourage you. So you're definitely not getting the loving encouragement you need. If you're a young adult, perhaps you're at school alone, you're feeling a little overwhelmed, your parents are not supporting the journey you're on, you're not getting the support you want. And I just noticed the 5-4, which is there's an ending to this cycle. You've come to a point where you need to just move forward, and regardless of the support from your parents or family or friends you may or may not be getting, you need to go on and make that choice. If you have to go back to school to support yourself, go back to work in jobs you're not encouraging yourself to do it because you're not listening to your heart's passion. And isn't that interesting? I talked earlier about the rose quartz and your heart chakra and your passion. The universe is trying to talk to you and you're not listening. You've cut off the universe. And if you look at 5-3, that represents an 8, which often represents abundance. So there's a lot of information that's trying to come in. Maybe people are trying to give you some advice and you're just not listening. You're not paying attention. You've closed yourself off. You're feeling maybe a little sorry for yourself. You're feeling stuck. You're not sure because this career change is something you want to do. Maybe your family doesn't support that. Maybe your family wants you to be a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant, and they don't want you to be a teacher or a therapist. So there's something you're not listening to. There's information coming in that you're blocking, and it's making it difficult for you to make the next steps and make the next decisions. But you see, this making a choice of this career change, you might actually feel it's not something you want to do because you've never explored it. It's not something you've ever considered, pile number 2, but this is what your heart and soul wants you to do. Maybe you're shy. You say, me talk in front of the public? Nah, I can't do that. But believe me, it's common that many people don't want to talk in front of other groups of people. But you know, the minute you're out there, and if you know your subject matter, you become empowered. Remember, you know more than your audience. That's why they're there to hear you, be it children or adults. You have this gift, and people will listen to you. Even though you feel like no one's listening to you now, no one's encouraging you now, no one's giving you information to help move you forward, you know what? You're being encouraged. Like I was saying earlier, if there's music, I was trying to listen in the shell to see if there was a message, and I didn't hear anything. And that's so interesting because you're not listening. The messages are coming in, my dear pile number 2, but you're not listening for whatever reason. You're being stubborn. And open yourself up. Open yourself up. Look deeply within, because you will see. This is what your heart wants to do. So let's see the next card. Magic Stream, all tied up, and Victory. Beautiful cards, pile number 3. Look at that. You're being encouraged to make that decision, because in making this decision, the abundance will flow. The energy will come cascading down like this waterfall, this magical waterfall, and you can see this tree that sprouted itself at the top of the cliff. There's opportunities. This tree is just reaching for the skies, reaching for those opportunities. And look at the magical sparkles everywhere in the water. This is such a beautiful opportunity, pile number 2. Beautiful opportunity for you to make that decision and embrace what happens, because in that decision, just making that decision, you've pushed the energy to move forward, and the universe is going to be here and support you. I just noticed the 1 and 8 add up to 9, which is an ending. So this cycle of uncertainty, discouragement, no encouragement, no one listening to you, is about to change, because you are living in a disillusion. Pile number 2, you feel you're all tied up, and you see 2 and 3, which adds up to 5 in numerology, means this is an important time. 5 signify change. You may feel you're all tied up, but you know what? She's looking here and she just sees the thorns in the rose bush. But if she was just to turn her head around, she'd see these beautiful roses in the other bush right behind her. And although she may be tied up with some kind of vine, she doesn't look like it's overly tight. So I'm sure if she just moved her shoulders, wiggled a little bit, this vine would fall. And there's this beautiful butterfly that would give her the courage to change, to look here and see the roses. So don't look to the bushes for the thorns. Make the change and let go of what's holding you back. Let go of those cords that are keeping you stuck. Find wisdom and opportunity to make this important change in your life. Look at these beautiful flowers behind you, because they represent the beauty, the yin and the yang, the black and the white. So the roses and the thorns, the butterfly versus the vine. So let yourself be cut free, because in doing so, you will succeed beautifully. And if you look at 2, 8 represents 10 reduced to 1. A new beginning. Isn't that amazing? With the ending, there's a change coming and a new beginning. They'll be very victorious. You'll be very happy. You're going to be thrilled with what is coming in your way. You'll be so happy you made that decision. And although it may be hard today, because it might be some financial sacrifice, in the end, you will be much happier in your career change. So let's see if there's any final words of encouragement. So I thought I'd use the Self-Love Oracle card deck and see if there isn't anything else that we can use or suggest to help you break free from this constant negativity you might be experiencing, so they can embrace the change and see what's really calling you to do. What is your next opportunity? What is your soul looking to do? What is this career change, pile number 2? Wow, this is a beautiful message, pile number 2. Beautiful message. Look at that. Victory. So let's see. I always find it. Oh, got 2 cards. Okay. Evolve and know you are safe. Wow. You are allowed to grow, to change your mind, attitudes and beliefs, to become stronger, lighter, and happier, and your growth is cause for celebration. Look at these beautiful butterflies. Beautiful butterflies floating around. These butterflies, isn't that amazing? So you're being encouraged to make that difficult decision because you will be facing beautiful changes in yourself. Your soul will evolve when you end up doing what you're wanting to do, what you were destined to do by coming here. The victory awaits you. Know that you are safe. Protection is always available to you. You have all the resources that you need, both within you and around you. So if you look within your soul, look within the sphere here, the crystal, and listen, because you are safe. You will be victorious. Listen. I'm going to turn this card around so that you listen to the messages that the universe or the seashell has been trying to send to you so that you can feel safe and secure, that this new journey you're embarking on will be to your soul's greatest benefit, greatest salvation, greatest victory. This is amazing. You cannot fail. You will not fail. You will be victorious. You will succeed. You will attain your goals, and you'll be so much happier. And this career choice will give you tremendous abundance and joy and fulfillment. Pile number 2, this is amazing. I'm really happy for you. I don't know what else to say. This is a great reading, pile number 2. And there's a great opportunity for you to evolve, to move forward to the next level of your life, the next phase of your life. They'll bring a tremendous abundance and joy. So I hope this resonated with you, pile number 2. And please like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below. I would love to see you back. I would love to hear your comments as well. So feel free to leave them below, which encourages visibility to my channel. So like and subscribe and share. And I look forward to seeing you next time around. Thank you and have a great day. And don't give up on yourself. Thank you. Okay, for those who picked pile number 3, or those who picked the stone that I picked up on a beach in Portugal in the Algarve, this reading is for you. This reminds me, I just saw like something solid, very structured, very like a foundation. Like this is actually, as we know, sand that's been compressed by the ocean and the pressures. And you can see the different holes where the water comes in and out. So let's see, pile number 3, what is in store for you? Okay, so as the title says, we're here for a new phase in our career development, and it looks like you're being encouraged to go back to school. And isn't that interesting? So it doesn't really matter what phase in your life you are, whether or not you're 18, 28, or 58. You're being encouraged to go back to learn a new trade. So perhaps there was something you didn't learn when you were younger, but your soul is desiring that you go back to learn something so that you can master something, because you have a divine purpose to be here. So perhaps when you were younger, you didn't have the opportunity to go to university or some kind of trade school, and you feel like you've missed this opportunity. And I feel like maybe there's something to do with numbers. Maybe you want to be an accountant or an engineer, something that has to do with numbers and numerology. So to go back to school, perhaps you wanted to be an engineer, your parents wanted you to be a doctor, or perhaps, you know, even to be a builder, because when you build things, you have to be able to calculate things. So you probably have a great aptitude for numbers. And you're being encouraged to go back to learn something different, to complement what you're already learning or already done, because whatever this change may be, it may be radical for you. You think, oh no, I can't go back to school. I have children to support. But there's always a way when there's a will. And you're being encouraged, and whatever you decide, the universe has your back. You see, I was drawn to his back, and there's this staff here maybe you're looking to go into some kind of medical field, maybe some research or engineering. I'm not sure because this is a general reading. So this take what resonates with you, but you're being encouraged that whatever you decide to do, even if you go to school part-time and you're working full-time, and it doesn't have to be a full-time education process like getting a bachelor's degree in finance or commerce or business or becoming a doctor. Maybe it's just a weekend course, maybe something to complement that you're already doing to make you a little more well-rounded. With time, you become different, you become more centered. You are someone who's very, very sensitive to energies, and you're becoming more and more sensitive, and you need to make changes accordingly. So whatever you were doing before, because I truly believe we have more than one purpose when we come here. I don't believe in always doing the same career. It's rare you find one person who knows it all. I know I want to be a nurse, or I'm going to be a pianist, I'm going to be a painter. And there's some people like myself who bounced around. I did a lot of things in my life. I had small businesses, working with children. I help people start new businesses. I work for the government. I work for financial companies. I'm a life coach now. I was a marketing. There's many things we can learn and grow and prosper. And sometimes it's important to open up yourself to the other possibilities and see what else you can do and explore to complement what you're already doing. So perhaps you are a nurse, as an example, and you want to do something different and different kinds of healing. And you want to go maybe into metaphysics, and you're drawn to crystals and you can feel energy. This angel here is very sensitive. So maybe as a life coach or a therapist, there's something there that's drawing you to be a little less 3D and more spiritual, more 5D, more spiritual. And that would be a great opportunity perhaps to do some quantum physics or healing or whatever works for you. As this is a general reading, it's hard to pinpoint exactly, but you may embark on a career that can help you to travel more. And you might become a teacher, and you're being invited to make speeches and presentation. You can see this angel here, he's working. So it's not necessarily you traveling to go on a beach as a personal vacation, but it's an opportunity in your career to travel, and it's something you really desire, something that will open you up. People will start listening to you. Perhaps you have some message to share to the world. Wow. So interesting. Okay, so let's see the next cards. Magic prayer. Coming apart. Coming to life. Let's see. Metamorphosis. Wow. Okay, let's see. Magic prayer. First thing I'm being drawn to is the number 32. In numerology, it adds up to number 5. So there's an important change. And there's this butterfly on this being, on her eye. So there's a change you're not seeing that's trying to come your way, and you can see the energy all around you. So this confirms that perhaps you are ready for change in your career, and you need to explore these options because you are a very sensitive soul. You are at a point in your life where you're coming to an end of a cycle. If you look at the numbers 4, 6, they add up to 10, reduces to 1, which means there's a new beginning. So although things may feel like they're coming apart, had the card been right side up, it could have been feeling like there may have caused hardships at home because you're thinking of going back to school or changing careers, doing something different. So things are coming apart, but sometimes things need to come apart to come back together in a new direction. So as you pray to hear what you're looking to do next, and although you have to take things apart and shuffle them around, you'll find your new spark. You're going to find this amazing energy. You see, there's another butterfly here. Isn't that amazing? And there's butterflies here. So you are going to find that magical spark. 2 and 9 go up to 11, which is a magical master numerology number with a lot of blessings and opportunities. Things might start really blossoming for you, and you yourself will change. So this elf is doing a happy dance because they're on top of the world enjoying this new spark they found. And isn't that interesting how these cards kind of lined up? So there's sparkles coming in from the crystals here and a sparkle coming in from this. So there's a new idea that's germinating around you and it's encouraging you to make this change. But for some reason, there's some resistance. There's resistance because maybe you're feeling the challenge is too great or the timing in your life may be hard. 2 and 5, 7, it can be hardships, difficulties, things you need to ponder more because although these butterflies have their wings open, this butterfly is stagnant. And because it's upside down, it's like you're preventing yourself from your divine purpose. You're kind of stopping your own flight into the air, into the beginning, into flying in your career. You're stopping yourself from flying because your insecurities are coming in. Wow, pile number 3. You know, sometimes the biggest challenges, the most abundant rewards come from those actions or people that take the biggest risk. If you are not ready to take a risk and you push yourself forward, you're almost doomed to fail. But if you are ready to take that risk, as this card is here indicating, this life, you're gonna be supported by this change. Going back to school or going back for that diploma or certification, whatever it is you're considering, go and do it because it will offer you the change and give you the spark and give you that skip in your life. And your prayers will be answered. You will be so much happier in this new phase in your life, pile number 3. Take the leap of faith. Go back and get that certification. Okay, and the last 2 cards I have here for you, the Angel of Balance and Walking Away. Perhaps you're in a time in your life where you're not happy, and the 4 and 8 add up to 12 and reduced to 3 usually means a place of joy and prosperity and fun. And right now you feel like your life is not balanced. You feel like there's something off. Maybe you're working too hard and you're working too hard at a job that's not paying you well. And because you're working too hard, your personal life is suffering to try and compensate. So there's challenges here. So you're being encouraged to walk away from what you're doing now, not to quit your job, not to make a radical change, but to think about it because there's nothing that's stopping you. See this beautiful butterfly, the wings are open up again. 2, 7 brings you to 9, which is at the end of a cycle. You're being encouraged, open that gate. There's nothing keeping you in. There isn't even a lock anywhere. Nothing stopping you from walking away from what you're living now, from the people who are holding you back, or the job, the situation, the environment, the city, whatever. There's something holding you back and it's throwing you off balance and you're not happy. Take the time, as wild as your idea may be, to become some kind of speaker, some kind of guru, some kind of coach, some kind of healer. You were gifted this to bring it to earth. So the universe gave you this gift. So while you're here on earth, you're being encouraged to use your gift. So let's see, what is preventing you, pile number 3, from moving forward? I pulled out the deck, the Self-Love Oracle. I really enjoy using this deck for supporting purposes and healing guidance. For a lot of us, many of us sacrifice ourselves for family and friends. And let's see. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Learn. Expand your knowledge to expand your world. seek out teachers of wisdom, seek new knowledge to create broader perspectives. Isn't that just amazing how these two cards just align? So you're being encouraged without a shadow of a doubt that you need to embark on a new opportunity. Look at all these little stars. So these are all little dreams you may have. You're being encouraged to write them down. What is it you want to do? You want to be that musician, that artist. I don't know. There's so many options. You're being encouraged to go and learn more about this craft because this is your soul talking to you. That this is what you're here to do. And to learn, and whatever form of schooling it is, a weekend, a week, a month, a semester, or a year, you're encouraged to go back to learn something or get those books out, order them, buy them, borrow them from the library, master something where you're going to prepare yourself for the next leg of your journey. Wow, pile number 3. So happy for you. I hope you are encouraged to move forward and be the best version of yourself, and that this message resonates deeply within your soul to give you the courage you need so that you can move forward and travel and let your soul soar with the impeding changes that are being blocked, that you are going to unblock by investing in yourself to live your best life forward. Wow, pile number 3. I really hope this resonated for you because this is a beautiful, encouraging reading. And if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And if you'd like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the content listed below. Thank you. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.